Good morning, guys. Today in Read Write Inc, we're going on to our next ditty story, which is called Pop or Pop. Okay, start with our speed sounds. So when I point to them with my cursor here, I would like you to say the sound. I will start with you. Ooh, mm. B. Ch. Well done, fantastic. What we are going to move on to now are some nonsense words. Okay, so let's have a look at these nonsense words. We should have all done them when we were doing our phonics screening test. So we should know these and how to sound them out. Okay, let's all go to the first one together. R, e, b. Reb. What nonsense. Well done if you said whoop. What nonsense. Okay, what you can do now is you can pause and then you can do the other two. You can do those two. I'm just going to move straight on onto our story. We're going to move on to our ditty green words now. So if you have a look in this green box over here, okay, we are going to read the separate sounds and then blend them together to say the word a, f, or x, fox, a, n, d, and. Now your turn. I see some special friends here. W, I, with. Well done. Remember, at any time you can just pause the video and you can go at your own pace if you want to read them again or in a different order to test yourself. That's great. If you take a look now at our one red word for today, can we see special friends? Yes. We see our special friends, and our red word is the. The. Well done if you said the. Our story for today is called Pop or Pop. This rhyming ditty is about a fox who gets a surprise. I'm going to point to the words and I would like you to read them. Well done. Got a few questions to ask you. So our first question, making sure we listened to our story when we were reading, what colour is the box? My first question that I've got to ask you is, what colour is the box? Well done if you said red. Well done if you said red with stars. Well done if you said red with flames on the bottom. Now we are going to go on to holding our sentence. Here is our holding a sentence today. The fox was on the box. The fox was on the box. Remember our three things that we are looking for? We are looking for our capital letters, our finger spaces, and our full stop. The fox was on the box. So I'm going to take that away. Can you remember that sentence and hold it in your head? And can you write it down in your book, please? You can pause the video here, and then we can mark our sentences together after. Well done. Hopefully we've got some fantastic sentences. Let's mark our sentences together. Do we have a capital letter at the beginning? The capital T. Then we get a tick. The fox was on the box. Do we have our finger spaces? Tick. And do we have our full stop at the end? Tick. Next, does our sentence make sense? Does it say the fox was on the box? Is it all in the right order? And are all our words spelled correctly? If so, big tick. If not, don't worry. You can rewrite the sentence underneath. Make sure you do all your corrections. Okay, so for anyone in my group, Mrs. Scoro's group or Mrs. Rogers' group, I want you to push yourself a little bit harder with this sentence. The fox was on the box. Can we think of some adjectives that we can use to describe the fox? You've also told me what color the box was. So can we add them into our sentence and make them super sentences? So the bright red, scary fox was on the ruby red star box. Fantastic. Try and extend your sentences using adjectives. Well done, everybody. Hi guys, so in English today, we are going to use our newspaper report that we did yesterday, and we are going to report the first landing on the moon like we were on the news. So I have a video for you to watch of some news reporters that were there reporting the story when Neil Armstrong actually stood on the moon for the first time.
Hours of continuous coverage of the lunar landing.
Good day from ABC Space Headquarters in New York. It is July 20th, 1969, and man is about to land on the moon. Eagle will touch down approximately 4 hours and 17 minutes from now, if the flight plan as it is now established goes forward as scheduled. With me is our science editor, Jules Bergman, and we will be here from now on for what will be truly a historic time in the life of our country and in the existence of mankind. The two astronauts who will make the landing on the moon, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin, have already entered the LEM. They have been in it for several hours checking it out. The last word is that all systems are performing very well.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
So what we're going to do today is you have your newspaper report that you wrote yesterday. I want you to read your newspaper report, or you can even act out certain parts of your newspaper report, maybe standing up and putting the flag and saying, yay, the flag is in the moon for the first time, or you could pretend that you're walking on the moon. I want you to report, using your report that you've written, about the landing on the moon for the first time. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you an example of what you can do or what you can send in to me, along with your report, so I can see that you've used your report in order to do your live report like on TV. So what I'm going to do is on Zoom, if you have Zoom, you can change your background. So I think because we're doing about space and Neil Armstrong, I really want to change my background to something like this. That's better. So, whoa, look like I'm in space now. So I'm going to read my report. It says, today, 1969, Neil Armstrong steps on the moon for the first time. He takes his flag from his backpack and he puts it in the moon. As he steps onto the moon, he says, one big step for man and a huge leap for mankind. Thank you for listening, Miss Presley. So just something really simple, just like I did using your newspaper, that you could report the events of stepping on the moon for the first time. So something really simple. You don't have to do what I did, change the background or anything. You could just sit there and you could have somebody film you reading your news report, which is fantastic. Or if you don't want to read your news report, you could hold it in your hand and you could act out something. So you could stand up and you could pretend that you were on the moon, but you've got your news report in your hand. So it shows that you are reporting on the real events. Okay, I can't wait to see what you come up with. Right, guys, we're going to move on to some maths. I'm going to start with the year 1 maths. So if you're in year 2 and you want to skip forwards, then you can just fast forwards on the bar below and skip this part. But this is year 1 maths, okay? So today in year 1 maths, we are going to have a look at our worksheet. We're going to go through a couple of questions and then I'm going to leave you to get on with it yourself. And I've also got a little bit of a fun game that will help you do what we're meant to be doing today in maths. Okay, year 1. So we are doing 1 more and 1 less. Okay, 1 more and 1 less. So we're going to use, it says, use counters or cubes to make each number. So we're looking first at the number. So we have the number 21. See if you can find things around your house, even if it's just toys. Can you get 21 toys? Or could you get 21 grapes out of the fridge? Just anything that you've got at home, can you get 21? Okay, so you could use, I've just got some little bits of rice here. So you could use little bits of anything really. If you've got things around the house, I have got little bits of rice here. So I've counted 21. And then what I'm going to do is add 1 more, because 1 more than 21. So, and then I'm going to count them all. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So I now have 22. So I now know that 1 more than 21 is 22. So do not have anything that you can get 21 things of. That's okay. You could just use a piece of paper and do some dots. So you could draw 21. You could draw 21 dots just like this. And then 1 more than 21, you could add 1 more. And then count them all. And because there's so many of them, when you count them, you cross them off. So you'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 21 and 22. 1 more question. So you've got a table here. It says fill in the missing numbers. So once again, all you're doing is finding that number in the middle. So on our first line here, on our first row, it says 31. You're going to find out 1 more than 31. So you could use your objects, you could use your drawing dots or circles, find out 1 more, and then 1 less. So you're going to add one and take away one to find each number at either side. So you'll have your number, which is 31 on this. Then you go one more, 32, and one less, 30. Okay, well done. I will post the actual worksheets in Class Dojo on your portfolios, and it will be down the side. Also, year one, got a nice little game for you for one more and one less. If you have access to a dice at home, only if you have access to a dice at home, this is a fantastic little game. We have lots of dice in school, so if you do want to play this game and you think it'll be really useful, just give me a message on Dojo, and then I can arrange for you to come pick up a dice. So if you roll your dice, okay, so I got the number 4. So we're going to write number 4 on our piece of paper, and then I want you to work out one more than number 4, okay, which is 5, and I also want you to work out one less than number 4, which is 3. Okay, so let's try again. I'll show you one more time. Roll the dice. 5. So I'm going to write the number 5. And then I want you to work out one more than 5 and one less than 5. So that's just a nice little game that all you need is a pen, a pencil, and a dice. Hi, Year 2. So this is our Year 2 maths now. We are looking at 2D and 3D shapes. So first, what I'm going to start with is your questions, true and false questions. So we're going to read the first one together, and then I would like you to pause the video and work through your true and false questions. Okay, so question number 1. You can pick up some 3D shapes. So yes, that's true. Here we've got a dice, which is a cube, and I can pick this up. Pick it up in my hand and hold it. Okay, what I want you to do is pause the video, and I want you to work through question 2, 3, and 4. So hopefully we got some fantastic answers. Let's have a look at what answers. You can pick up some 2D shapes. Rectangle, piece of paper, and pick it up. So true. All 3D shapes are bigger than 2D shapes. False. So let's have a look at our dice again. This is a 3D shape. It's a cube. And 2D shape, rectangle, piece of paper. Which one is bigger? Definitely the piece of paper. So not all 3D shapes are bigger than 2D shapes. And our last question, question 4. Some 2D shapes can be made through printing with the faces of 3D shapes. So well done if you said true. So when you do printing, you could have a sponge, which is 3D, like a cube or a cuboid. You could put some paint on it and you can print, and it makes a 2D, a flat image on a piece of paper. So the last question is true. Well done. So Year 2s, well done for answering those questions. There isn't an actual White Rose Maths worksheet today. So what I would like you to do is, using different 2D shapes, I would like you to create your own picture. So this is the one that I've done. Okay, very simple. I've just cut out some different shapes. I've used some foil, but you could use paper. You can use old magazines or newspaper. And can you create your own picture, okay, using 2D shapes? Good afternoon, guys. What we're doing this afternoon is we're doing some DT work. Okay, DT stands for Design and Technology. So this term, we're going to be focusing on puppets. So have a think and talk to whoever's there with you. What are puppets? What we're going to have a look at is some more questions that I would like you to do a little bit of research on before we start our topic of puppets. So we've talked about what is a puppet. Now, can you talk about What are they used for? What are they used for? How many different types of puppets can you think of? And then you've got a little task that I would like you to complete. Can you research different types of puppets? Okay. Have a look at the questions below. What different types are there? How are they the different and how are they the same? What are they made from? How do they move? And which one is your favorite and why? What I would like you to do is, once you have done all your research, I want you to draw a picture of your favorite puppet, and I want you to tell me why it is your favorite puppet. I will post on Dojo, okay, in your portfolios, down the side, it will say, down here, it will say DT and today's date. And that's where you will find your template to draw your favorite puppet. So have a good afternoon and enjoy. Hi guys, so our last lesson of today is music. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go step by step through the charanga online, so you know exactly how to log in and how to use everything online. So if you keep looking at the screen, okay, I am on the teacher's website, but what I'm going to do is click on here so I can see as students do. So if I click on here, I can see this is what comes up when you log in onto Charanga. Okay, so you have all these different activities that you can choose from. Okay, so let's go on to my stories today. So click on my stories, and then you can, down the side, it says launch step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, and step 6. So let's just start at the top, launch step 1. Okay, and then you choose your activity down the side, on this side, and then it loads up for you. Okay, listen to that music. I want you to talk to whoever's there with you about it. What do you like about this piece of music? What don't you like about it? If you listen really carefully, what instruments can you hear? Can you hear certain instruments? And how does the music make you feel? Does that music make you happy or sad? Does it make you want to dance, or does it make you want to go to sleep? Okay, so have a talk about the type of music. Down the side, if you see, okay, you look down the side, you can just follow. There's lots of little games that you can play. Okay, so you've got response games, you've got story games. It's really easy to use, and I don't need you to send me anything back, because when you log on, it shows me that you've logged on, what you've done, and how long you've been on for. Okay, so if you need your Charanga login again, just email me. I've sent them all out already, so they should be on Dojo on your inbox. But it's really important that we keep up with music as well. It's really easy to access from home. Any problems, just let me know at school, and I can help you out as much as I can. So have a good music session and see you tomorrow.